Oops. Where's the rules? I'm going to keep this in. I know I said I was going to get rid of that because we'd be time warping anyway. I'm going to keep that in. It's a nice thing to keep in mind, and it helps me plan out, and I did actually enjoy doing that. It was 14, right? Yeah. So I'm going to keep that in. Right, so basically you can only launch a single launch vehicle from a single launch pad every 2 days, which I will never do. I will never do that level of repeatability on a small launch vehicle, because the small launch vehicles, like, I'll be time warping too far for those. I'm not going to be using small launch vehicles that much, I don't think. Can only launch a single MLV, unless it's customer payloads. That's probably, so medium launch vehicle, heavy lift, super heavy lift. I think the heavy lift, probably the super heavy lift, I'm probably not going to have it open for customer use. So you guys won't be able to use the super heavy lift boosters when they come around. But you probably could use the heavy lift, depending on what I've designed. I'm not sure. Yeah, you could probably use my Gamma Heavy. Yeah, I think that would be the limit, though. It'd be expensive to launch that, though. Gamma Heavy does like 44 tons to low curb in orbit, if I remember right. Doesn't quite have the payload to be able to service that, though. At least I don't think so. I need another drink, man. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Been playing Launchpad 5. Day launch delay, runway launch whenever. Find it works nicely. Runway launch whenever. 5-pad delay launch. So, okay. That's what I used to do with my Mark II save, and I just did space planes all the time. So that I never time warped. I just did like continuous space plane, launch a space plane, launch it, land it, launch it, land it. That was a little bit boring. So actually, I think I'll do it the other way around. I think I'll the reason why I want the launch pad to be used more than the runway is because it gives me a chance to innovate and design new rockets, or rockets that are... I'm quite proud with a lot of my rocket designs that I've been doing recently. Case in point would be my Tachyon build, maybe, which is Electron. This is designed around an Electron craft. This is only a small lift vehicle, but I'm really, really pleased with how this works. It works. Or this. You know what I mean? Like, so I want to be using like these sort of things where I've put a lot of effort into building. I mentioned the Gamma Heavy a minute ago, so this is my heavy lift vehicle. I think this is the biggest thing I've got so far, 40 tons to low curb in orbit. It looks nice. Yeah, dude, my Union booster. I love the Union. The Union looks amazing. What about Hermes as well? We've got Hermes too. So, you know, I want an excuse for using these things, because I spend a lot of time, like, designing these in a very particular way. So that they kind of... They're not exact replicas, but they are inspired by IRL rockets, and it helped me learn a lot about IRL rockets. So that was kind of why I have that rule, so that we're doing that. Also, patrol boat. That's beside the point. This is just a distraction. Squirrel! But yeah, at some point I would like to use some of these space planes. That's why we've got them on here. So I've got a Vulture Bird here. This is an SSTO. This launches four passengers into low curb in orbit. It's supposed to have 2 pilots, right? So then you have 2 pilots up front who fly the plane, then 4 passengers which will go off to a station, and then this comes back and leaves them on the station. The issue that I personally have with that is then I leave the Kerbals in a station without a means of escape, without a pod to escape to. So I do have that issue with this. I'm not sure how I like that. Also have like the interplanetary transport vehicle. This I will change at some point. Because this is actually really old tech now. You can kind of tell it's old tech because these tanks are on the old one. But yeah, this was 8 passengers to and from a low Kerbin station. Oh, dude, that's upside down. Anyway. The entire station in an emergency and then skydive once they were low enough. Yeah, I like to play it a little bit more realistic. I need to have a redesign of a lot of my planes as well. I want to have a go at maybe tweaking these so that these work better. This one handles really well, but it doesn't work like the an F-16. It handles really well and it's really well balanced. This one is garbage. But it looks phenomenal. It looks so much like an F-18, like. But it is garbage. It does not work. It does not fly. Home's upper stage. I don't remember what this was for, but I do have an upper stage there. Yeah, we need to go through all of this and like properly organize it. The Duna lander. A little more angle of attack on the wings, then it would be great. You might be right. I did design the F-18 a long time ago. This is actually quite an old build, before I kind of understood angle of attack and wingspan and things like that. A lot of my builds, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of my builds that I'm really proud of actually are quite old now. Like a lot of the plane stuff is all really old. I think this is quite an old build. Look, you can tell that this is old because this is designed around Kraken Tech hinges. So basically the idea was that the trailer would. I think I saved this because I'm gonna change this at some point. I want to keep the. I want to keep the chassis of this. And just change the trailer attachment point at the back, because we can attach with docking ports and then have the trailer have its own free moving fifth wheel, because the fifth wheel on this was not actually attached to the truck. So it works fine, and I could still use that idea. Basically, the idea is that you get an Oscar tank, you have the trailer lower on into there, and then this comes up. Basically, you lower that down, that comes up, traps up the Oscar tank, and then it just pulls it. But then you've got 2 different craft files. Refreshing them with current tech. That's what I'm gonna be doing. That's why I've got this in this save, is that I want to do that with this truck, and I want to have like trailers and all sorts attached to this truck. So this is my ground service equipment. This is my tug, but it's a truck. Yeah, that's what I would like to be doing at some point, Blasty. Let me find another really old one, like something that needs updating. Crew access arm. What was this? Yeah, so this is an access arm for a space plane. For this, the dovetail. This is an SSTO, single seat SSTO. I think this was designed around one of the Kerbal, pre-made Kerbal crafts, but I fixed it and made it so it works. I think that's what I did. I think I got like an old craft file from the like the one that comes stock with the game, and I was just like, you know what, I can fix this. I can make this work, because it doesn't fly like that. So I did that, and then this was the trailer. So this is what I'm talking about. This is the sort of trailer that I used to have, right? So this is the fifth wheel here, and it was never actually attached to the truck. But this would attach up to Dovetail. So Dovetail would dock onto the docking port there. And it would just, yeah, it would sit on these air brakes. And, yeah, it worked. New stock craft files. I only noticed them recently though. They're working quadcopters and stuff now? Really? No, I haven't seen that. I've got to turn that on, haven't I? Here, let's have a look. Got to turn that on in the menu. No, I haven't seen them because I always have them turned off because they just get in the way. Let's have a look. Should be bracket stock, right? Oof. I don't think that's gonna work somehow. That's somehow, although it does have ladders, which is better than what it had in the past. But yeah, I still don't think that's gonna work. Hold on, where's my center of mass and area of lift? Oh, maybe it will. Yeah, maybe it will. That's not how I would design something like this, though. I wouldn't design something like that. Like that. Huh. Got arrow spikes on this. Do you know what? I've never really used these arrow spikes. Maybe I should start doing that. There we go. Single SSTO. I think my dovetail is better than this, right? Oh, it's got canards, though. I don't like canards. Canards is the lazy way of making things. Yeah, this should take off as well. It's got a little bit of a wing strike, a tail strike issue, though, maybe. Okay. I think that those have been in the game before, though, right? Albatross. Which one's this one? Oh, yeah, I've seen that before. The Albatross 3. Actually, I'm not sure. This is really cool. Yeah, canards can, yeah, they're ugly. You're right, they really are. Yeah, this is an interesting... Huh. What else is stock? The Arrow E? Oh, I've not seen that. Oh, you've got propeller stuff? Dude, I'm gonna have to try a lot of this at some point because I'm not gonna lie, I've never had the gall to use these rotors. So this is new. I've not seen this before. Bug E. Ugh, that looks vile. Butterfly rover. Yeah, a lot of these are brand new. You can tell because they've got like all the new things. They've got some. What's on the editor? Duct fan blade. Don't know what the duct fan blade does. Back here. Oh. Oh, it turns on those. Oh, okay, so that's how it drives. It's got, oh, that's actually really interesting. That's a really interesting design. The cow controller baffles you slightly. Yeah, it depends what you want to do with the cow controller. I've done some really cool stuff with the cow controller. A crawler. Yeah, these are not as garbage as they used to be. I want to design something like this too. Yeah, these really are not as here we go. The dove. This is what I was talking about. This is the thing that I took and I was like, I can make this work because this doesn't work. This is garbage. Also it's got canards. I don't think the original one that I designed had canards. Reason why it's garbage was that the area of lift was really, really far back in the original one. I think they've gone the cheaty way and just put canards on the front. I expect the controller is being used to fine-tune the angle of attack on the prop blades as RPM increases. Yeah, I don't know how to do that, Blasty, so I don't get rotors. I never have. I've not tried. To be fair, I haven't tried it, right? What else do we have? We've got the gull. Has this changed? This... Yeah, this has changed as well. I think that they've changed all the craft files then. Jeb's quad taxi. What the... What? What? Okay. Carbidine, Rotodyne. What? Go ahead and fly it. I'll have a look at that in a sec. This isn't what I was gonna do in this stream, but now I'm doing it. The Mallard. Okay, this looks like garbage. This is never gonna. Although it's got these down at the bottom now. I remember seeing this before, and I don't think they were there. The fixes, and they've also changed the rear tail too. Yeah, that's never gonna fly. Look, look, you watch this. The moment you wait, no, that. Oh no, it does. Okay. But the moment you pitch down, though, like you're coming in for a landing, you pitch down for a landing, you're screwed. That center of mass is. It's not too bad pitching up. I mean, you'll be able to take off, but then when you want to land, mind you, I guess you just pitch down even more. You just have a really, really steep. It's just as you're leveling to land. I don't see that working. That's Mallard. Osprey. This was one as well. I remember this one. I always thought this one actually looked really nice, especially with the tail connector at the front. I was used to think that this looked really nice, but I don't think it ever properly worked. Is this the one with the drop tanks here? Yeah, they're the drop tanks. It's got the drop tanks down at the bottom. Look. I think you're supposed to drop those off. Maybe. I always thought that this was very pretty, but I don't think it works as an it's not an SSTO, as a hypersonic craft. I don't think it does actually work. A Prospector rover. Okay. That's fairly simple. Yeah, there's some good looking craft now. Raven Spear. I think all of these are like... Yeah, this is all stuff that I've seen before. Canards, ugly. This is old stuff. Canards, ugly. No canards. Still ugly. It's still ugly. It's still an ugly craft. I think that's everything. Oh no, there's a rocket-powered VTOL. Oh no, I have seen that. I've seen that before. Seahawk. I've not seen that before. Interesting. I wonder if this is designed to land in the sea. It probably not, because they are not online. That's supposed to be lower. Sidewinger. What? Oh no, man, that's just gross. Strato launcher. Oh yeah, this looks cool. I don't know how you'd get this to work in stock Kerbal though, because you'd lose your Strato launcher. You wouldn't be able to fly that back. I think, alright? Yeah, I don't know how you could get that to work unless you I suppose the SLB would kick it out to a I don't know. Suppose that would burn out quite quick. Accountants hate it. Is that what it says down here? Theoretically return to the runway to be reused, provided avionics work. A large drone plane designed to carry a rocket to an altitude of 10 kilometers and launch it from there. The drone can then theoretically return to the runway. Yeah, you would lose the drone, right? It's quite an expensive launcher as well. The rocket looks cool, this little thing. That looks cool though. What do you have in here? That looks like a second stage orbital. What's the actual payload? A couple of RTGs. That payload looks pretty nice actually. Huh. Some solar arrays. Interesting. It even comes with a payload. Thunderbird. Oh, it's that one. I remember that one. Ooh. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, garbage in here. Valthropter. What? Oh, no. And the, yeah, I've seen that before as well. Yeah, there's loads of new things. Right, what did you want me to fly? I'm only going to fly one. Which one did you want me to fly? Was it the Jeb's Quadrataxi? Was that the one that we wanted to fly? I'm only going to fly one, so we'll try this. How do I work this? Jeb's sleek new ride is a fallback if he ever decides to quit being an astronaut and go into a ride-sharing business. Controls. Action group 1 to turn on the engines and fuel cells. Main throttle controls vertical lift. Okay, we'll try it. We'll try it. We'll see how it goes. That's what this stream is turning into now, I guess. Action group 1. Whoa! Dude, that actually functions really well. I wasn't expecting it to quite work like that. But it doesn't. Do we have to use SAS? I really don't want to use SAS. Oh, this is complicated to fly. This is why I don't do helicopter stuff. Whoa, no. Hold on to your hats. Yeah, let's try that again. I'm not getting any sound in Kerbal, actually. Kind of a little bit. Maybe if I did that. Whoops. Something blew up. What blew up? Whoops. Basic fin? Oh, is that down at the bottom? Oh, that's gonna be a pain as well. What does this do? Oh, that's your control. I see. Okay, so that's your control. Propeller pitch. Ah, right, okay. Oh, okay. Not sure the rotors make any noise. I was kind of hoping for a... Uh-oh. it really likes to yaw over. Maybe we need to do this. I'm not very good at flying this sort of a thing. Test received. Test your skill landing on the V8. Yep, that's where I was headed. Where do you think I was headed? With any sort of VTOL like this. Problem is, it's not quite easy. Okay, made it. Oh god, that's loud. Okay, why did I turn that up? Yep. It's just very unnerving not having like a... Any landing you can walk away from, right? Okay, that's enough of that. Yeah, I don't even know how to set these things up, let alone fly them, so. Okay, cool. Anyway, right, that's beside the point, because I don't want to use any of the stock stuff. I might ever play with some of those, like with the rotors and stuff, maybe at some point. I need to learn it. I definitely need to learn it at some point. But yeah. That's enough fun. To business. Yeah, to business. Right, where did we get up to in our list? Mission log setup. That's what we did. We did. Okay, let's cross that one off. Start the save. Okay, let's go and start the save, I guess. Okay, start new. Default, no. Mk4. Mission mode. Difficulty options. Custom. Well, actually, let's click it over to hard first, and then we'll go into custom. Okay, through the basic stuff. We don't want to allow reverting. We're not doing quick loading, and we're not doing missing crews respawn. Auto hire crew members before flight. I want to turn that off because I want to do that myself. No entry purchase required on research. I want to keep that off. Indestructible facilities is off. Include stock vessels is off. As fun as that was, that we keep them off. Persistent Kerbal inventory loadout. I don't know what that means, because that's a new one. What does that mean? That is a trap. Does that mean you get stuck with what the Kerbals have in their inventory before you launch? So you're forced to stick with the parachute and the EVA? You take a jetpack off on mission A, it is still off for mission B. Okay, right, we'll leave that off then. Allow other launch sites, I want to turn that on. Re-entry heating is going to be 100%. Resource abundance, 50%. It's the same as what we had last time. Enable comm network, that's on. Starting funds, that's going to be turned right up. Starting science is going to be turned... Actually, I don't know how much starting science I'm going to need to unlock all the bits that we want. So I'm gonna put it at about the 2,000 mark. If I could get that on exactly 2,000, please. Seriously. Fine, whatever. Starting reputation, I want at 75. Fine, 70 will do. Science rewards is 60%, fund rewards 60%, reputation rewards 60%, fund penalties 200%, reputation penalties 200%. Decline penalty is 3. This is a career save, right? It must be, because it's career options. Advanced. Kerbal experience. When the setting is turned off, all astronauts start with maximum experience. No, we don't want that. We want them to earn their experience. Kerbal level up immediately. We don't want that either. Allow negative funds / science. I'm gonna keep that ticked on. I think that's an okay one to have.